Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Got you for $9.48 today.
Cool. And use a card?
On a card.
Yes.
How has your morning been so far?
Good. Still waking up, so, you know.
How good's
Yes. Thanks.
Here is the dough beer.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would you like a straw for the chocolate almond milk?
That's okay. Thanks, though.
Here you go.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.
Welcome to another episode of Driving with Jay. Driving with Jay. Driving with Jay. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? I'm doing fine. Oh my goodness gracious, girl. Woo! I am one tired Jay. Can I just tell you something? I am on a new level of sleep deprivation. Not to be confused with sleep defecation. That's when you poop yourself when you're sleeping. Now, first things first. I'm the realist. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Oh, a little Iggy Azalea. Just kidding. But first thing is first. I need to have a sip of my cough queef. So hold on. Let me just tell y'all why I'm in such a predicament today. So I got home last night at 10 o'clock, right? Okay, all right. Oh. And I said to myself, my goal is to fall asleep before midnight. Okay? That was the goal. Couldn't fall asleep, despite taking enough natural sleep supplements to put out an elephant. I still couldn't get to sleep, girlfriend. So I finally get to sleep at 2 in the morning. And what I'm doing these days is I have dragged my mattress into the kitchen. Now hold on, we got a breaking news story. There is traffic like I've never seen before, girlfriends. What is happening? This is not good. No, this is not good. Doesn't the bridge know that I have to get to work on time? Girlfriends, I don't know what's happening right now, but there is a delay on the road. I'm trying to sip my coffee at the same time. What's going on here, girls? What's going on here? This is no good. At least I have coffee. Anyway, I was gonna say, I've resorted to pulling my mattress into the kitchen to sleep there because my upstairs neighbors apparently are the biggest, meth users this side of the Rockies, okay? Anyway, long story short, I finally fell asleep at 2. Something woke me up at 3. I went back to sleep at around 3:30. And guess who was clinking around in the kitchen right above me at 5:27? Yes, you guessed it, crackhead neighbors. So, I don't know, man. I just was on a cycle of falling asleep for an hour and then waking up, and I've been up since like 5:27. Anyway, if you saw my transaction with the barista, I'm sure that you noticed I was being just fine, just normally friendly. I wasn't being rude. I didn't pull up to the window and say, "Hey, Jack Weasel, I need you to shove it up the bread bin for me." You know? I was just like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he was like, "Oh, how's your morning going?" Okay, this was the transaction. He said, "How's your morning going?" And by the way, if you saw in a previous episode, this is the barista who shamed me for just getting my morning going at around the same time. Because I said, "Oh, I'm just getting started" last week. And he said, "Iconic." Anyway, this time around, he asked me how my morning's going. And I said, "Oh, I'm still kind of waking up." And do you know what he said? Do you know what he said? He looked at me and said, "I can tell." Okay, who says that? All right? My goodness. That's just like going up to someone and saying, "Hey, you look tired." All right? You know who you are. I'm talking to you. Get a ball of sheet and figure out who I'm talking to. That's right. But you know what I'm saying? You don't agree with someone that they look like ass. Like, "Hey, how's your morning going?" I'm like, "Oh, pretty good. I'm just getting started. I'm feeling a little crusty." He's like, "Yeah, I can tell. You look crusty and shitty." It's like, okay, I was looking for some, something a little more positive from you. Whatever. Also, girl, I've got a conspiracy going here. Conspiracy theory. When I rolled up to the window, there was like a cute girl who would have been my window barista. But they were like, they switched her out real quick. And they gave me the freaking iconic guy. Do they just have a team of baristas up at the window and they all kind of have fun saying, "Oh, I don't want to serve them. I don't want to serve them. Here, switch with me." But you know what? I understand it, because to give you an inside look into the service industry, we do that shit all the time, okay? There's a fellow who comes in who we call Milk Dud, and I tell you what, girl, it is like battle of, who has to serve Milk Dud when he comes in, alright? So, if I'm the Milk Dud for the Starbucks, then so be it, I haven't done anything to them. Anyway, girls, you're all getting an earful this morning. I'm so sorry, but I am one tired J, baby girls. Okay. Let me slip into my dopio. Let me slip into something a little more comfortable. Ah! Oh. Now, a while ago, I went on the search for espresso, okay? I went to every possible place I could to search for great espresso. And I gotta tell you, Starbucks was pretty low on the list. Starbuckian. Which is ironic, because you'd think a coffee company would have good espresso, but no. It's kind of poopy. But that was a fun time, girl. Because I had a mission. I would set out every morning, and whether it was a beautiful place or a little hole in the ground, hole in the wall, I would go, and I would say, "Sir, Give me 2 shots of your finest espresso. And you know what? One time, one of the places was a bikini barista. Okay, can I get some Pavarotti for the bikinis? Never mind, it was a commercial. But I went there on accident. I swears it. Because it was just this little drive-through window. And the windows were all blacked out. That should have been my first hint. I should have said, Jay, why are all the windows blacked out on this establishment? But I was a young, naive Jay. I said, oh, it's probably because, they got some in there and they just want to, in the, you know what I'm saying? Hold, please. But I rolled up to it, and the place was literally called Drive-Thru, THRU, Coffee. And I said, hey, man, I don't judge a book by its cover. Except for this lady. She's very attractive. Hello. My goodness gracious. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I wasn't judging a book by its cover. I was saying, you know what? This looks like a trash dump, ass dumpster, trash, dumpster fire of a place, but I'm going to go. And I'm going to drink whatever they put in a cup for me, which probably isn't the smartest thing. But I get up to the window. Oh, shit. Oh, I just ran over a wooden plank. Oh, I hope it didn't give my tire a splinter. It looked just like the kind of wooden stake that you'd kill a werewolf with. Or a vampire. I can't remember which. But anyway, I get up to the window and this, 90% naked Asian girl with a tattoo that says sinner on her butt cheek, literally. I was like, oh, that's lovely. I'm sure her grandmother appreciates that. She answered the window. She was like, hi, what can I get for you, sweetie? I was just like, excuse me? You want to put your vaginal cavity away, please? Can you tuck it into something or put it in your pocket? Because as much as I love coffee and as much as I love women, I don't need you to be making my coffee with your Vajewhauser. Vajohnson. Anyway. No, but I pulled up to the window and I literally said, oh, I didn't know you were a bikini barista. And she quickly grabbed this dirty ass robe. She had a bathrobe. And she's like, oh, do you want me to put on the robe? And I was like, well, no, it's okay, I will deal with it. I will put up with your, physique. But, she said that all the time families roll up to her window. She'll get like a minivan full of kids and family. And she'll have to whip on her robe real quick. It's like, girl, you need to put a sign or something on the drive-thru that says, hey, there's going to be a anus winking at you, in the next window. So prepare yourselves. Because I think if that kind of thing happens to you more than once, where a family pulls up, you know what I mean? You might need some better advertising on what kind of business you're running, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Well, it's another sunny day out, as you can see, as per usual. Oh my goodness, look at all this construction. This got me feeling some type of way. You know what? I'm going to talk to these construction guys, actually. Hold up. Excuse me! Excuse me? Okay, so they did not want to talk to Jay. Whatever. I've heard that construction workers are grumpy, but I've never experienced it until just No, they sure are a grumpy bunch. Oh, they need a hug or something. Oh my goodness, girl. So it's Tuesday. Tuesday. Oh shit! Okay, does everyone see this? This is the frickin' company I interviewed for. Next to me, if anyone watches my show, besides, my 2, maybe 3 loyal fans who I love, ladies, you're the only reason I make this show. So I'm not kidding when I say I love y'all. If you've watched the episode about the job interview, then you would know. But the van that's right next to me works for that company. How crazy. What a crazy world I live in. Oh my gosh, You know what they say, 2 in the bush is worth 3 in the hand. Oh. But I was saying it's Tuesday, and that means that I know the clientele who's going to come in. There's this attorney, and he's obsessed with iced tea. Not the rapper, but the beverage. And, I understand when you love your beverages, but I'm telling you what, this guy's bloodstream is 95% iced tea. He needs to calm down before he has a freaking iced tea induced aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to be in the hospital bed leaking, Lipton tea everywhere, and they're going to be like, oh, you should have gotten a hold of your tea habit. That reminds me of an episode of My Strange Addiction, where the person was addicted to Laffy Taffy. No. Maybe it wasn't an episode of mine. Well, anyway, it was probably a scripted show like ER. But one of the episodes was this guy ate so much Laffy Taffy that he had to go to the hospital. And they had to cut him open like a little chinchilla and pull the Laffy Taffy out. And it was disgusting. And it was one of those images that stayed with me as a child, Something that you wouldn't really bat an eye about now. But when you see it when you're 4 years old, you're like, that is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I wish that I had never seen that, because now I'm going to have nightmares about Laffy Taffy. So thank you, Mom, for, having that on the television. Anyway, I think I'm going to let y'all go because, I'm running out of space on my, digital camera here. But it's been fun. Stay fresh, and as always, stay juicy. Okay, bye. Bye, ladies. I love y'all.